Hi, it's Doreen and Rebecca here, and today's video we're going to take you through some substitutions and additions you can make to the blueberry banana spinach smoothie that we made in our last video.
So that you'll instantly have some more options without overcomplicating things.
That's right. Okay, so we might start with some substitutions first.
Yeah, okay, so how about, we're going to make the blueberry constant with this whole thing, but let's look at our greens. So we had spinach as our leafy green, great way to get started for a beginner smoothie as it's a bit sweeter, quite easy to adjust on the palate. But of course, one of the other greens we could use instead is...
So kale. Now, kale is abundant in a lot of nutrition. The only thing is with it, it is a much tougher, like a stronger tasting green as well. So a few things you might need to do to prepare it for your smoothie. First of all, of course, you would wash and rinse it out. But the next step, it has this very tough, very fibrous
Actually, if we just show that
stem.
there, you can see that's quite thick.
Yeah.
And that's obviously going to be, particularly if you don't have the high-powered Vitamix, it's going to take a little bit more to break down.
But even if you do have a high-powered, it's still going to add a bit more fibrous content, which you don't want.
And so we just take that out.
So basically, we just need to start like this, and we just strip. We can just use our fingers to run down and just tear off the leaf part, and then you sort of take out the stems. Now if you do juicing, these are excellent to put aside and use in your juicing. You've still got lots of nutrition in there.
We won't actually cut this up today, but we just would suggest then you kind of roll it up. And she does want to. Just really quickly.
I just like to
We'll go over some of this this preparation techniques a little bit more detailed. But you'll see, as we said, because it is a little bit tougher than the spinach, we do want to make sure we've got those into fairly small pieces, just to avoid having some long, big, stringy bit of kale in your final.
Yeah. So that's much more manageable and easier for your blender to handle it. Yeah.
So we'll pop the kale aside, and
so again,
that's just one green. Again, we're going to keep this fairly simple for you. Next we're going to look at is a fruit that we could use instead of the banana. Some people don't like banana, or they don't want to have it early in the morning, or perhaps they've got some issues like candida where they've been told not to have as much sugar. And banana, as much as it's a great fruit, is a little bit higher
in natural sugars
than some of the others.
So you pair lends a creamy sort of consistency to your smoothies. A bit less sugar in it, and it's really nice.
And of course we could have frozen that one as well, just like we did the banana. Cut it up, cut the core out.
Yeah, take the core
and just freeze that on the tray, bag it up, and label it. Yeah.
So that's your pear.
Then next we could use a different liquid instead of our water. So one option we really love is coconut water. There's a few different options here of how you could get your coconut water.
So this is a little bit more involved. You can buy your young drinking coconuts. They're
also called Thai
coconuts. Yeah. They're like this. Basically, you have to do a little bit more work because you have to peel off some of the...
We might show another time exactly how to do that if anyone is
But inside that there is lovely coconut water, which once you open it you can then use that, and then you've got the flesh.
The beautiful coconut flesh as well.
The easiest way these days, they're abundant now in most grocery stores, supermarkets, is your coconut water, and you just look for, most of them generally are just the straight coconut water, and so you can just keep this in your cupboard and put it in your fridge to make it cooler, and it's a much easier way to go.
And you might just want to, try a few different brands. Some of them we find taste a little bit better than others, so don't give up just on one. Have a little bit of fun.
Become a bit of a connoisseur of coconut water, so there's certain brands that I like more than others.
And of course, there's plenty of other liquid options, but again, just keeping it nice and simple for you this time. And pretty much you can see already we've just substituted 3 different ingredients. That could actually take you from having that one original smoothie all the way up to 8 different smoothie combinations. So that's a great start in and of itself. But what we also wanted to show you is a couple of ingredients that you could add in, without adding too much bulk to the smoothie, to either enhance the flavour or give some additional nutritional benefits.
Yes.
First one we wanted to talk about was a good old lemon. Not the whole lemon in this case, but actually the juice. So you could do the juice of half or 1 whole lemon.
Generally, a half is just enough.
We love tang, and so we would probably chuck the whole lemon in. But for everyone who's a little bit unconvinced, or always start with less and you can add more. Just squeeze that in, and so we use that lemon because,
well, it enhances the flavour. It also has increases the alkalising effect of what you're drinking, which is a good thing, like for your body. So
so you could do that with the spinach or the kale version. Either would be fine. Moving on though, another one that again you could do with anything, but particularly we think with the pear, cinnamon is a beautiful flavour. So and the amount again would probably come back to your own preferences, but what would you recommend for this one?
I would start probably, if you're not sure, with half a teaspoon, but I often would put a whole teaspoon in. But again, if you haven't used it, you need to just check out what your taste buds will tell you. But cinnamon is really good. It helps with control of blood sugars.
Not just the flavour, but really good for helping to stabilise your blood sugars. So great one and nice and tasty. The last one we want to cover today is the chia seed. Most people have heard of chia seeds these days, but I'll just pour a little bit out in my hand here. You can see we've got the black variety here. There are a few different
you can
ones
get
around.
white and other colours. The most common ones are usually the white and the black.
The chia seed itself doesn't really add anything much in terms of flavour, but it's really good addition for its nutrition. It's a great one for helping the body rehydrate. It's a bit filling. We won't go into all the benefits of it at the moment, but another one as well is that it also can help thicken up your...
it thickens and adds fibre, and omega-3s is another important one.
And a great one for people that are particularly active, going to make you feel a bit fuller, and it's good for endurance and hydration. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Again, not wanting to complicate things too much. Just keeping it simple with a few additions, a few substitutions, different ingredients to give you more variety. We can, as we said, go up to that 8 variations by purely with that kale, pear, coconut water. And then you've also got these additions as well that we've covered, and you can see from that you've got well over 10 different smoothie options you can have, from still keeping it pretty simple, which is what you really want to do when you're starting something new that is good for your health. You're going to be much more likely to do it if it's simple rather than overwhelming.
Well, I think that wraps it up for today. So make sure you have a go at some of those substitutes or additions. Then
let us know how you go, what your feedback, what your thoughts were, and also last one,
share with your family and friends. So that's it. So until next time,
have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.